Right people, we're here in the Chelsea hospital where the Chelsea pensioners live. We skipped all the arriving at Euston because we were late and that yesterday, so we're jumping ahead now. So we came yesterday and we went in the bar last night and had a few drinks, but today we're getting a private tour from the tour guide. And this is where we've got to meet.
Good morning. Sorry about the mess, but they're officially closing this shut soon because of the we've seen all the scaffolding and the work that's going on. This is going to be a new state-of-the-art visitor centre.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So they'll be closing this room soon because they're going to be
Recomping it all.
Yeah, rejigging it. So it's going to be museum, cafe. It's going to be like a new visitor centre as well. Just people, souvenir shop, so people can come in every day. You know, just people will be able to. Public will be able to come in during working hours and just have a wander around. You know,
So we're quite fortunate, really, to get one of the last screenings.
Yeah. You're getting the deluxe version this morning.
Deluxe version.
Right,
Who's this fella?
This video's, eh?
Who's this fella?
He's a fella. There's a little button on the back, and if you don't behave yourself, we activate him.
Oh.
I think that was pointed at me, that.
Yeah, probably.
I was going to show you this video. It's about 10-11 minutes long, and it just sets the tour up nicely. So
we're alright to film this, are we?
Yeah. I think this might actually be on. I'm not sure. It might be on the pension's website somewhere.
Right.
Come on. Oh. If I'm doing a tour, I normally come in early and do this.
Get it all set up,
First, but I'll just only you two.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, cheers. Thanks.
Only us two.
Appreciate that.
So there we go.
Hello, and welcome to the Royal Hospital, the home of the world-famous Chelsea pensioners. I'm Dan Snow, and over the next few minutes, I'll be telling you just a little about this unique institution and its remarkable 300-year history. So when was the Royal Hospital originally built? And why? The answer's here on the building itself, though it does help if you know your Latin.
In subsidium et levamen emeritorum senio veloque fractorum condidit Carolus secundus, auxit Jacobus secundus perfecere Gulielmus et Maria rex et regina anno domini 1692.
The key thing to note is that the Royal Hospital is not a hospital in the modern sense of the word, but a home, a place of hospitality. As the inscription points out, it was originally founded by King Charles II. Here he is, in the hospital's aptly named Figure Court. Charles wanted to provide a permanent home for those veterans of his expanding regular army who were no longer fit for duty. His decision was probably inspired by the example of the French king, Louis XIV, who had founded the Hôtel des Invalides in Paris as a home for his old soldiers in 1670. The hospital was founded in 1682, but it would take 10 years before it was ready to admit its first pensioners. Finding the money to pay for the project hadn't been easy. Parliament refused to supply it, and it had taken all the generosity and financial know-how of Charles's former Paymaster General, Sir Stephen Fox, to raise anything like what was needed. From 1684, additional funds were provided by deducting a day's pay from every officer and soldier in the army. As the King's Surveyor General of Works, Sir Christopher Wren was called in to design the hospital buildings. His original intention was to house all the pensioners in Figure Court, But Charles's successor, James II, had expanded the army to such an extent that more accommodation was needed. So Wren designed 2 more courts, Infirmary Court, now known as College Court, and Light Horse Court, which originally provided accommodation for retired cavalrymen. Further buildings, including admin blocks and an infirmary, would be added by Sir John Soane in the early 19th century. The hospital grounds and gardens now cover some 66 acres. They are, of course, well known as the site of the annual Chelsea Flower Show.
That's John on the right hand side there.
Occupied by the fashionable Ranelagh Pleasure Gardens, which included a huge neoclassical rotunda for concerts and entertainments. The whole Royal Hospital project was nearly jeopardised by the disastrous appointment in 1685 of the Earl of Ranelagh as Army Paymaster General. Ranelagh's financial management left a great deal to be desired, and he made matters worse by siphoning off some of the funds intended for the hospital for his own benefit. It would take more than 30 years to sort out his accounts. But in 1692, the work was finally completed, and on February the 4th, the first group of pensioners moved in.
My birthday.
Yeah.
By that time, despite rent and
Yeah.
extra buildings, the army had grown too large to enable all its old soldiers to be accommodated in Chelsea, and so a pension system was established to cater for the overflow, who became known as out-pensioners, to distinguish them from the in-pensioners, now affectionately known as the Chelsea pensioners, who live in the hospital. The 2 4-storey buildings on each side of Figure Court house the majority of the pensioners. Each floor originally consisted of a pair of long wards placed back to back, with a line of wooden berths or cubicles running down the inner side. These were originally just 6 feet square. This may seem tiny and cramped to us, then again we've never experienced the rigours of 17th century army life. Indeed, Wren took special care to ensure that as much light as possible reached the wards, and even designed the stairs with the needs of the pensioners in mind, making them shallow and broad so that elderly legs would have less trouble climbing them. The hospital was never intended to be just a home for old soldiers. It was also a powerful statement of royal taste and generosity, and the buildings here, particularly the chapel and the Great Hall, are some of the finest of their kind in Britain. Wren's splendid chapel was consecrated in 1691, and services were originally held twice daily. Nowadays, there's a regular Sunday morning service, which visitors are more than welcome to attend. But it's also the venue for a range of concerts and recitals. For the first 100 years of the hospital's existence, the Great Hall served as a huge dining room, with the pensioners sitting on oak benches at a series of long tables. But towards the end of the 18th century, the pensioners took to dining in their wards, and the hall was used for recreation, army entrance examinations, and courts martial. In November 1852, the body of the Duke of Wellington lay in state here for a week before being taken for burial in St Paul's Cathedral. In 1955, the hall was restored to its original purpose, and the oak benches were later replaced by chairs, no doubt to the relief of those who had to sit in them. Today's pensioners take their meals in the hall, surrounded by boards detailing the campaigns in which they and their predecessors have fought, and with replicas of captured colours and flags hanging overhead. Impressive as the Great Hall is, the council chamber is probably the finest room in the entire hospital. It's part of the state apartments, and not normally open to the public.
Won't be
For
on
many
TV
years,
now,
it
unfortunately.
formed part of the governor's apartments,
You won't.
but it's now used by the Board of Commissioners who run the Royal Hospital, and meet here under the watchful eyes of some of the key players in the hospital's early history. Wren originally built the Royal Hospital to house a little over 500 people, but because the size of individual accommodation has been increased, today's headquarters is nearer 300. Any former soldier, male or, since 2009, female, can apply to join. Applicants normally have to be over 65, and certainly have to be, as the Royal Hospital's original charter puts it, unencumbered by spouse. An in-pensioner's life can be a busy one, It has always been a feature of the establishment that able-bodied pensioners would work to help run the hospital, and today many have jobs here, working, for example, as guides, gardeners, museum and chapel staff, and helping with administration. They also regularly volunteer to represent the veteran community in services of remembrance and also less formal occasions. Pensioners may come and go as they please and are permitted to wear civilian clothing when travelling. However, within the hospital and in the immediate surrounding area, they're encouraged to wear the hospital's blue undress uniform. For travel farther afield or official occasions, they wear their distinctive scarlet coats, together with tricorn hats for ceremonial events, a uniform that has changed little from that introduced at the start of the 18th century. The most important ceremonial event in the life of a pensioner is the annual Founders' Day Parade, which is held on a day near to May the 29th, the birthday of Charles II, and the date of his restoration as monarch in 1660. It's also known as Oak Apple Day, and the parading pensioners and spectators all wear sprigs of oak leaves to commemorate the fact that in 1651 Charles escaped from Cromwell's troopers by hiding in such a tree. The Royal Hospital has always been proud to have a close link with the sovereign, and since 1980, the reviewing officer at the Founders' Day Parade has always been a member of the royal family. The most significant royal event of recent years came in 2002 when Her Majesty the Queen reviewed the pensioners at Buckingham Palace and presented the Royal Hospital with the Sovereign's Mace.
Is that what they
Let's talk about last night. You'll see that later on.
Other ceremonies are less formal, notably the ceremony of Christmas cheeses. In a tradition that goes back to 1692 when a local cheesemaker gave cheese to pensioners, cheesemakers from all over Britain donate their produce to the hospital. The Royal Hospital has faced its fair share of challenges through the ages, not least during the 2 World Wars, when, like other inhabitants of London, the pensioners found themselves once again on the front line. On the 16th of April 1941, the hospital infirmary was hit by an aerial mine which destroyed its east wing. 5 staff and 8 pensioners died in the attack, and 37 others were injured. The building had to be demolished, and the site is now occupied by the National Army Museum. In 1918, part of Light Horse Court was destroyed by a bomb. It was reconstructed soon after, only to be destroyed again by a V-2 rocket in 1945. 20 years later, it was rebuilt for a second time, as an exact copy of the original exterior. Today's challenges are of a different kind. The Royal Hospital is rightly proud of its 300-year history, but any institution that wants to survive can't afford to stand still. Chelsea is no exception. What was considered acceptable in the 17th century isn't seen that way today. And as a result, a major refurbishment program was introduced in 2002. A new infirmary opened in 2009.
I'll ring you back in
And the
10
cramped berths that have housed the pensioners for centuries have been steadily replaced by modern suites, all to ensure that the Royal Hospital Chelsea can offer high-quality residential care for retired soldiers who have loyally served their country, both now and in the future. We hope you enjoy your visit.
Can I ask you a question, Ad?
I do normally, if you 2 work here on a Friday morning, we do like an audio bulletin. Every week we get a bulletin comes out telling us what's going on, what the Colby state is, you know, quartermaster timings, things like that. What's going on in the week coming up, what activities we've got on. And it comes out every Thursday evening, and it comes out in a hard copy on a Friday morning. But we've got about 7 or 8 pensioners who have reading difficulties. Not dyslexic, but might have, you know, don't see very well. So we do an audio version of it. So on a Thursday night, when the bulletin comes out, we get a copy of it in here. We've got like a radio room we use in here and a recording room.
Yeah.
So me and Mike, we produce a script, and then on Friday morning, we come in, get a couple of guys come over, readers, read it out, we put it onto memory sticks and take it out to the guys who can't read.
Oh, right.
So I'll show you the radio room. Over here.
You played guitar for him, yeah?
Yeah, well, we've got a singing group. This music room's just here. Can't take it in there because it's locked.
Yeah.
But every Monday and Thursday we go in there. We've got a singing group. Quite a few of the songs I play guitar for them. These have all been made by pensioners. You've got a pottery room just there. And these have all been made by the pensioners.
All right.
Oh, yeah. We'll put your name in the visitors book.
Yeah. Have to sign it when we go out.
Yeah. So this room here, we've got we've got a bit of an exhibition on here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But we've got what we call a veterans outreach now. And what we do is we get veterans, Army, Navy and Air Force, and we invite them here. You know, a lot of them don't qualify to become pensioners. They might still be married. They're ex-Air Force, ex-Navy. So we invite them here every once in a while. Just have a bit of a social with them, you know. So they can come and have a look at the place and see what it's like. And we just interact with them. And last week we had the singing group in here. I'll show you the video later.
Yeah.
All singing. Sorry, Dee, won't be a sec, mate.
Sorry.
Morning, Julie, you alright?
Hello. Sorry, love.
Morning.
Morning. Dee, this is my brother Greg.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Nice
All right.
Greg, you alright?
This is mate Mike.
Hey, nice to meet you, mate. You alright?
He's a good boy.
He's not too bad,
Do you want me to
Not
stay on
usually.
camera?
I haven't got any money if that's what you're after, Julie.
No, you won't.
So yeah, so we use this room for like outreach and things like that, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just a hall that we, you know,
Yeah.
gets used for all sorts of different purposes, like when little exhibitions like this. So.
Yeah.
Jan's birthday party.
And what?
Jan's birthday
Jan's
party.
birthday party.
When's that?
First week of December.
Oh right. Oh.
Cadets use it on a Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, it gets used for quite a lot of stuff now.
Yeah. Like I say, we just had an outreach thing in here. We had the singing group in here, and you know, we had just a social afternoon.
Yeah.
Turn this off.
So we've got a pottery studio here.
Yeah.
It's got a potter's wheel there. Got the kiln behind there, so they can fire it all. You know, so it gets used quite often. This.
Where's Demi Moore?
Yeah.
That's what I'm coming for.
Yeah.
Better not turn it off because once it photographs.
Yeah.
Off like
yeah.
a dickhead.
Yeah.
Hey?
Just put it on silent, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just all sorts. Most of these are kept shut now because they're used by people like for little workshops
Yeah.
for all sorts of different things. So the guys that use them, lock them up and take the key with them. So.
You can tell it's new, can't you? You can smell it.
Yeah.
Smell the newness.
Yeah. Jan, we were just talking about this with her brainchild. It's like the tree of life, it's called. And loads of different pensioners all did different squares to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she put it all together. I think it's brilliant, isn't
Isn't it?
it? Yeah.
Do you get lots of schools coming in?
We do get schools coming in, yeah. We get, especially there's one called Grand House over the road. They donate 40 grand every year to this place.
Really?
Yeah. So whenever they say, can we come and do this, or can you send a couple of pensioners around to do this for the kids? We always say yeah.
Well,
You know,
you have to,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
you,
you
really?
do,
Yeah.
But this, so just, because they might be recording, they should be finished by now, but it's fine now. Yeah, right, it's alright, finished, mate. Come in.
They'll go with it ahead of it.
Morning, George. Morning, Mike.
Hi, Jed.
Morning, fellas.
This is my brother, Greg. See your mate, Mike.
Nice to meet you, lads.
So, just like I said, not on a Thursday night, we come in, we do the scripts, and then on Friday morning, George is one of the readers.
Yeah.
The readers come in, read it out. Mike's going to put it on memory sticks.
Yeah.
We use that's GarageBand, that's an Apple Mac.
Yeah.
So that's GarageBand, that's what we use to record.
Right.
And eventually it all goes to memory sticks. We take some over to the MCI, and some of them go on the longboards that, you know, for just for a couple of guys that have got reading
Yeah.
difficulties. So,
That's silent.
yeah.
No, I do apologise.
And it's also a radio room as well, this.
All right.
So we've got the radio equipment. What did yours? Nice to see you.
Right.
I'm turning on bloody silent.
So have you finished?
Yeah, it's all done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, no,
That there, that's see that line that's going across at the top there?
Yeah.
That's the recording.
Right.
It's just all he's doing now is make it an MP3 file,
Yeah.
and then it'll go onto memory.
Transfer it onto stick then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mike's doing it this week because you two are here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Thanks a lot. See you later on.
So do you play music to him as well?
Yeah,
We do. Yeah.
IP Digest, which is a program we produce as well, which has got music and comedy on board.
Yeah.
And that goes behind we put bulletin on, then we put that on. We also download from the British Forces Broadcasting Service their weekly roundup of military news, which is SITREP, and that goes on there as well. So we've got 3 programs go on to that.
So really, the guys who get the audio bulletin get a lot more than those guys who just read the normal.
Right.
They don't get all that. So.
No, they don't.
Although you can access it on the Chelsea Pensioners website, but for each of the guys who get the audio bulletin, they get 3 different things on there. Lasts nearly a couple of hours. You know.
So what sort of music do you play?
What's that picture?
Whatever's in the mood for.
We've got the whole range.
Right.
We've got,
What's that picture there?
It's not a picture. It's a cover. That's our antenna on the roof.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's not a picture actually.
I hope you don't play that recent
Oh,
stuff.
right.
I hope you don't play that recent stuff, like boom, 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 boom.
No.
Only if I want a headache.
Yeah. We play anything. 60s. We play classical. We play jazz. We play all sorts, don't we?
No,
We
absolutely.
put all sorts
And
on
in
it.
fact, I've now found a way to download from YouTube. So I found yesterday this guy who plays the public piano on St Pancras and does boogie woogie. He is bloody fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't come across that.
An audio.
Morning, David.
And I'm also, Christmas time, I'm producing a 6 or 7 hour TV show. That kind of thing will go on.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
Right.
Half an hour of boogie music played live at St Pancras.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
There's very little on TV at Christmas anyway. It's mostly repeats.
Is
So
it?
I'm going to produce something a bit different.
Is all this sponsored? All your gear sponsored? Is
No.
all this donated?
Well,
I bought all this.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Shouldn't have to.
No, you shouldn't really, but...
Well, the problem is, you see, given any bureaucracy, if I want something, I can put the indent in for it, and it'll take 18 months to get it.
Yeah.
I haven't got
Going through all the red
patience, so
tape,
don't buy the
yeah,
damn stuff and have done with it.
Right.
In fact, we'll probably donate most of this to the hospital.
That little recording desk. I mean, Mike bought that not long ago, didn't you?
Yeah,
The
that's
little,
right.
Yeah.
No, it's. I've just bought a TV, by the way.
For what?
Sit there. Well, because then we can listen on Channel 410 and listen to how it's going out.
Ah, right. Yeah. We've got our own TV channel.
Have you?
Yeah.
And that's where my TV programme for Christmas will go. It'll go on.
So what do you go out with your camera, filming
Oh,
people?
Well,
do
most
that as well,
410 at the moment, all we're putting on there is stills, slides, and we've got music or dialogue in the background.
Yeah.
But
There's an officer does radio banter.
yeah,
The Padre and this officer also do a thing called Desert Island Discs. So they've got them 2 programs. I do IP Digest and a program called After Lunch, which is 1 or 2 hours worth of music, which is just saying this is, just purely concentrating on music.
Yeah.
You know,
So you don't go out interviewing the pensioners?
no.
You're not allowed
They
to?
do. That's what this Desert Island Disc is.
Right.
Frank,
We tried it. I mean,